Let me also address this shit too real quick. I hate the narrative when motherfuckers say that Shaq was the one that carried Kobe through those three straight championships. Nigga, they was both equal in those championships. Not only that, man. Everybody wanna say that Shaq was the only best player in them whole three championships from 2000, 2001, and 2002 in those three peats. If you ask me, that nigga Shaq was the most overrated center in the league. And once the 2000s hit, once he joined the Lakers back in 1996. Shaq didn't have to guard okay, who did he have to freaking guard? What big man did he have to guard that was way better than Shaq? Other than freaking Tim Duncan and them, and a washed up ass Rick Smith, washed up as Dikembe Mutombo, and a no-skilled having center white boy from the New Jersey Nets at the time, Todd McCullough, who was also with that prior to that, like back in the day, he was a teammate to Allen Iverson Sixers, but he wound up landing to the New Jersey Nets. I think Dikembe Mutombo was with the New Jersey Nets back in 2002. Shaq, the league made it easy for Shaq to win those three championships. I don't care what a motherfucker gotta say. While Kobe was out here guarding motherfuckers like Allen Iverson, fucking Reggie Miller, Reggie Miller, fucking Jason Kidd, Kenya Martin, and fucking who was also on that New Jersey Nets team that was Carried Kittles. Yeah, Carried Kittles. I think I'm pronouncing this. If I'm not pronouncing, I'm sorry if that's your name, but I know his last name was Kittles. I think he was drafted in the same draft class as Kobe. But come on, man. Kobe, if you ask me, Kobe was carrying Shaq. Kobe was guarding more motherfucking better players than Shaq. Shaq was guarding some weak ass centers that was no match. Obviously, was no match for Shaq in the playoffs, in the playoffs/finals. So that's just did that shit. So Kobe was doing all that work. He was doing all the extra work guarding Reggie Miller, Allen Iverson, Kenya Martin. I believe he was guarding Kenya Martin, Jason Kidd, obviously, and maybe Carried Kittles. I gotta watch the 2002 NBA Finals again, and not only that controversy against the Kings, 2002 Kings, bro. He was also fucking guarding Mike Bibby, and I think he was guarding Chris Webber. But you see what I'm saying? What center that was a threat to Shaq? The only motherfucker that was a threat to Shaq was Tim Duncan. That was it. Oh, and Ben Wallace back in 2004. Ben Wallace and with his days with the Miami Heat when Shaq got traded to Miami Heat. So Ben Wallace and Tim Duncan was the only ones that stopped Shaq. The motherfuckers that he played against the Pacers in 2000. Oh, and Kobe was guarding motherfuckers like Pimpin', not washed up, where he still was pimping though. Don't get me wrong, he was on his way to decline, but pimping was still Scottie Pimpin' when he went to the Blazers back in 1999, that Western Conference Finals. I think it was 2000. That 2000 Western Conference, because the Spurs won it through the lockout that year in 1999. So no, that nigga Kobe had to go against Pimpin', Rasheed Wallace, Bunzy Wells, I think, or not Steve Smith, I don't know. I'm talking about that Blazers team, that jail Blazers team was stacked, my nigga. Kobe was doing all the fucking work. Shaq, look, Shaq is one of the most greatest dominant player in the world. But to call him the best center that had competition, that had some competition, he didn't. His competition was more so when he was with his Orlando Magic days, with him playing alongside with Penny Hardaway, then the Sky and them boys, and Nick Anderson. He had come in, his coach being Brian Hill at the time. His competition was in the 90s, but once the 2000s hit, he had the weakest competition. Nobody wasn't stopping Shaq in the 2000s like they did in the 90s. Akeem Olajuwon in the 90s also was one of the big men that stopped him. Dennis Rodman stopped Shaq. So, but yeah, man, I just want to clear the air out that for those of y'all that saying Shaq, oh yeah, y'all gonna say that he was averaging 33 points a game in the finals and all that. Nigga, nobody gives a fuck. Who gives a fuck about him averaging those type of points? Of course he was gonna average 33 points a game because no fucking big man center was fucking guarding or stopping Shaq for getting his for him averaging 33 points a game. What is y'all talking about? The game was easy for Shaq to dominate. Nobody wasn't fucking stopping him like Wilt was being stopped by fucking back in the days in the 60s was stopping by Bill Russell. Fucking Wilt Chamberlain was being stopped against the 11-time NBA championship guard, rest his soul, Bill fucking Russell. Bill Russell was stopping Wilt Chamberlain and other players in that era and all that. But fuck all that. But all I gotta say is that the reason why Shaq was averaging 30 and 33 points a game is due to the fucking fact is because nobody wasn't stopping Shaq for averaging that many points. So therefore, there was the centers once the 2000s hit, the centers was weak as fuck or either washed up that was drafted in the 90s, drafted in the 80s, and once they came in the 2000s, they was already washed up. Rick Smits was washed up. The Kimbe Mutombo was washed up. Who else? Ty McCullough, whatever his name is, a white boy against New Jersey, the New Jersey Nets. He was on that team with the Sixers, with Allen Iverson team, and New Jersey Nets. Easy. So, all I gotta say is, bruh, I don't give a fuck what a motherfucker gotta say. I'm riding for Kobe. I'm always gonna defend Kobe. So, it is fucking what it is. So, but to sit there and say Shaq carried Kobe, y'all must be out your motherfucking mind. Why you think Kobe had 2 Finals MVP and 2 NBA championships and got more fucking rings than fucking Shaquille O'Neal? Nigga was better than Shaq and Jordan. So y'all can say what y'all want about Kobe being carried by Shaq. It's all fucking cap and lies, my nigga. Kobe got 5 at the end of the day. Got more rings than Shaq. So like Kobe said in that fucking preface conference, so y'all could take that shit to the bank. Y'all fucking soldier hating ass niggas. Forever Kobe fans. Salute. One love. Make sure y'all subscribe to my other channel, Kobe Bryant TV 2. You heard me? Coming soon. Peace out and one love. Forever Kobe. R.I.P.